totally forgot what he just
Yeah, M4A3E8 Easy 8 Sherman Tamiya kit. Let's see here. I've got some Voyager PE on it. A couple 3D, because I can't do anything without 3D printing something. Just the jerry cans and the boxes. The figurines, which I don't like. That's when I was first starting to get into figurine painting. Let's see here. But yeah, other than that, pretty much straight out of the box. Gorgeous kit. Didn't have any troubles to me. It just went together with no problems whatsoever. Has the metal tracks, the
Fruel.
yeah, in fact, I think I've got some rolling around in here still. Like I'm all hung up on there now. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure most of you guys have seen
No,
those.
but I'm wondering about the guide horns if they hollowed out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hit or miss with these things. This took me, they're kits in themselves. I just had to drill out all the holes and just,
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's all of them out.
but yeah.
You just, well, because I know because the wire they use is like a little florist wire, and the wire is, I think, is too small for the hole.
Well, I thought I had a little chunk of the wire still in here. As you can see, I'm incredibly organized.
What they did is they use like mat pins.
Yeah, well.
They jam mat pins, and they.
I use a
Oh,
16,000 safety wire.
Yeah.
Will go through, and so I've got a bunch of spools of that. But as you can see, I also had a little bit of Edwards PE also, but I didn't use it all. Just used a little bit of it.
Stuff for the spares.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, it, like I said, went together great. I'll turn it over. Oh, the model?
No.
It's laying in the box.
I thought there was.
Oh, it's in the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it on that one there. I don't know if you guys, I'm kind of, I mean, I did this one about 3 years ago. I was just looking for a dusty kind of look to it. I think I was kind of halfway successful with that. Just kind of like, European theater. This was supposed to be a Bastogne, I think, this particular
looks
one.
dusty to me.
Yeah.
Where's Brad Pitt?
Yeah. Fury. I thought about doing that, but I just seemed a little too cliche to do a Fury tank.
Why? Right Fury on the barrel,
I know,
like
it'd be
everybody
cool,
else.
it'd
You know?
be
You get that-
cool.
well, that's not the right turret to go with that. And that's not.
That's
They
right.
didn't have those treads on it.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
Come on,
I've actually
Dave.
seen
Give the
that
trolls a chance.
Somebody's done an Easy 8, several Easy 8 Shermans, and of course they put what's it called, Fury on the barrel, and oh my God, the reviews. The letters are wrong. The white shade is all wrong, and this is all wrong. It's,
Fonts.
Jesus Christ. It wasn't the right number of logs on the side.
And then,
exactly.
well, I was recovering from my hernia surgery. I was laying around, but this is just 3D printed. It was just a little kit that I bought off of Colts. I don't know if it's a 3D print site that you can get different stuff. It went together great.
It's amazing. The barrels part of that?
Yeah,
that resin?
yeah.
Wow.
That's resin. It's
as small as it is?
Yeah, everything on there is resin, other than the wire. That's actually just wire that I kind of wound up. But it's amazing what.
That's what I was
Because the
thinking.
supports are bigger than the barrels.
That's the problem.
Here, I'm going to put a finger next to this tank. Look at the scale.
That's 1/72. I've got some other ones I'm gonna print out too to just the different versions of the Panzer One.
Yeah. It's an alpha.
Yes, that's the A.
Yeah.
That's 1/72.
I was thinking it's
1/72.
smaller than that.
It's not a very big tank.
Well,
Yeah.
the tank is very small.
Yeah, the tank is very
It's
small.
only 2-guy tank.
Yeah.
Because you could see him when they invaded Poland. The guy's standing on the turret floor and his head's sticking out, you know.
And his feet are on the floor
yeah.
of the turret.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, having like the gun barrels, that's the problem. I've gotten in and I've modified the supports where they're smaller, but then you start getting them when they're too small and they don't hold on to the
they
part.
Start bending or something.
They're not strong enough to hold on to it, and so they won't stay steady, or they just won't print right. So that's always the fun thing. It took me 3 times to print that before I got it where I liked it.
Man.
Yeah, because things would fail. Like this didn't print properly last time. It just, as you can see, I snapped that off. I don't know. But it looks like it's battle damage.
No war damage, yeah.
Yeah, that's like I was saying. That's the downside of resin, or not. Well, the resin, but this 3D printed, they're so fragile.
Did you print it yourself, or
Yeah.
you bought it?
No,
He
Yeah.
printed himself.
Oh. Yeah, I'm the big 3D printer guy.
That justified him buying the new 3D printer.
That's how he justified it to his wife.
Yeah.
I save money on my models by printing it myself.
I do, yes, it was something like I would like to
get into
upgrade.
that, but
They're not.
You have to quit
all
going
that-
to the casino and then you can afford it.
Unless you go to the casino
You
and
could
make
get
the
an
money.
amazing printer for
Win the
under
money to
200
get that
bucks.
stuff.
I know, but there's knowing how to use it. That's
Well, it's a,
daunting to me.
yeah, it's a learning curve. It's really not that hard, but you're gonna mess up a bunch of stuff. But the magical thing is you just make it again, and then just the whole process, you know, as far as the supports and what type of resin.
So what
and
do
just,
you use for your CAD program?
this.
Because I've been reading of the reviews of different programs. And
Dang it! Why am I forgetting it? Because I used to use Chit2Box, and then I just recently switched because when I bought a new 3D printer, and VoxelBox 3D. Damn it! I can't remember what it is now. Yeah.
What about the figures?
Yeah, you can print figurines. These are printed. I'm not really. This is when I was first. I'm still kind of learning how to paint figurines and stuff. This is when I was really just first starting to get into it. But not all 3D printed figurines are the same. I've noticed that their details aren't as pronounced. They're harder to paint. It depends. I've got some 3D printed figurines that are great, that have a lot of folds and just their details, but sometimes they get kind of washed out, for lack of better, just the jackets. Things aren't defined enough. And so it's hard to get just to get it to look in the shadows and all
I
that.
think there's an art to making the figure
Sure.
pieces a little more exaggerated so that
Exactly.
they're actually apparent.
Exactly. Yeah, like if I'm
but then
doing,
somebody will complain, it's out of scale. You know?
yeah.
These buttons are huge.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that makes you appreciate companies like ICM and Masterbox, you know, with their kits and their figures and the faces and stuff like that.
Well,
Well, it's
you-
just like, wow.
You've got something on, on a cap. It's this little raised eagle or whatever.
Right.
And on some of them I have, they're barely there. And you just can't paint them where they look. And then some of the nice figurines, it's a little bit more exaggerated and I can dry brush
defined,
right
yeah.
over it. And it's amazing.
Try, you know, on cars, I don't know about Travis, but
Yeah.
on cars, a lot of times we use pens,
He's dead.
you know, pens.
Like the paint pens?
No,
Markers, Sharpies.
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 Different. They make all different colors of Sharpies.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So and then sometimes like on a car you'll get the Chevy Impala symbol or something like that, and it's barely raised on there. And if you try to take a brush to it, you never get it. But you know, a nice fine tip silver Sharpie works great. You know.
That or like the Molotov pens.
Yeah, or a Molotov.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those
chrome,
to last
yeah.
long enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
they
cool.
I got a
last
whole
very long.
stack of Sharpies that I use on cars and stuff.
Because I know AK just came out with some paint pens.
Paint pens, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Well,
if
the
that
problem
would-
I always had, like, who was it, had the paint pens before, and you had to shake them up a
Yeah,
lot, and then
testers.
the tips dried
Little
up.
testers, paint pens.
Testers.
The ones I had weren't testers. They were somebody
I
else.
think Mr. Color did some because they
Yeah.
have a Gundam range.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
that's
know
what
they have that
Well, yeah,
Gundam,
you would
yeah.
use for all your mechs,
Yeah.
mecha
Yeah.
stuff and all that.
But yeah, I love Sharpies. I found Sharpies would be the best. They
Huh.
I
easiest.
think you
Yeah,
better
I'm
flow
gonna-
control too.
Yeah, because like on some of the newer cars, like, well, not this one.
my
Well, like
taillights.
on the side, here it's got the black.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would take it before you glue the window or the thing, the windshield on. You take a black Sharpie and go around the edge
Yeah.
to make that black weather stripping.
Yeah.
That's what I did on this one.
Totally makes sense, yeah.
So
Other than the
you might want to try that because I used to use that on like for German collars and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
use that, you know, because they had different colors depending on
Oh, yeah,
infantry, artillery, you know, whatever.
Branch,
Yeah.
branch.
Okay, yeah. I can see like some of the fine tip ones.
Yep.
Yeah, come on, I never thought of that. That's an excellent idea.
You got to be careful. The only thing you got to be careful with Sharpies is that if you apply a flat clear over the item,
It runs.
it
runs,
makes it,
yeah.
it'll run. You can
Yes.
do it as long as you do it, pretty far away and you
Kind
spray.
of missed it on.
Yeah.
Missed it on.
Yeah.
And
it'll
that
be-
might be different if you're using like a acrylic clear as opposed to
'Cause it-
probably the lacquer.
Lacquer,
clear that
yeah.
you're
The
using.
solvent, the
Yeah.
solvent
So,
in there.
yeah.
dissolves it.
Yeah.
That's one of the fun things about water-based acrylics. And my,
That's true. He's right. If it's a water base or an acrylic based flat coat, it won't affect the Sharpie at all.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Anything else, Mark?
Nope.
That's really
No,
good.
any other questions?
I'm amazed at those barrels. Oh my God.
I
I thought maybe you cut a steel pin or something like that.
no,
a needle or
no.
something?
I don't have anything on this one. I'm just blown away, still to this day, how small details I can print.
Yeah.
It's getting them off the supports like they were talking before.
Yeah.
Like I printed out. I'm just finished up a Tiger tank, and you got to have a bucket hanging off the back there, and I've got the little eye hole, for the handles. And I mean, I can barely see them. I got to get my magnifying glass to get in there, and it printed just this time. I mean, a thread will go through it. That's,
Wow.
I was just blown
That's
away.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, but that also is all the angle you have the part that you're printing, because if you have it, I usually go somewhere around like 30 or 45 degrees, but then sometimes you want to print it at 90 as it builds, because it's building in layers.
Right, right.
So you got to think about how it's going to be built, and because that's the give and take. That's why it took me 3 times to get that printed.
That's why I was
like
asking
it.
what CAD program you use, because guys will talk about the different CADs, the amount of detail you can get with different CAD programs and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's not so much a CAD program. It's specifically made for 3D
Right,
printing.
for
And
slicing or whatever,
in my
yeah.
old brain, why am I forgetting the name of this frickin'
And if you tell it to me now, I'm not going to remember it. I'd have to watch
Yeah.
the video again.
That'd be a shame.
Well, I did ROPS like 10, 12 times trying to catch all the figures and stuff in there. Yeah, that was really good. I mean, I'm impressed with that little 1
Oh, thank
second tank.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't
I'll
believe
have to get on the other ones.
Yeah.
I've got a couple plans. I'm writing. Just finish up my Tiger.
A lot of variants to do.
So I like the dust on your Easy 8
Oh, thank you.
because it looks like, a dusty tank that maybe went through a rain squall and it puddled and pooled.
Just
and
kind of like it's it's like it's dusty during the day, and then you
it's
got
not
the
the
morning
usual
You got the
everybody's
dew.
dust.
Made it cool.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was trying to go for.
Good job.
Yeah. One thing, I textured the turret. I don't know if you guys remember with you
Stippling?
can't really tell. Here, let me.
I see some right there.
Yeah. But basically, just diluted modeling putty, and that was like one of the first times I had tried that technique, and so I think I've improved since then. It's a little bit more defined. but-
Somebody do that. Take putty, mix it up
I was
with the
using-
cement, and then just. It's for the heavier cast.
Yeah, for like a heavier cast, but it just depends on what you use to stipple it on.
Yeah.
And so I had stippled that on there, and then had just polished it down. I think I polished it too much.
Just wear and tear.
Yeah.
That's really nice.